Why, hello. I'm Stephanie. I'm back already. I am pulling a Katie with a surprise floss tube. So she and I were at Sweata Weatha retreat this weekend, and we came back, and she instantly filmed a recap. I wanted to do so too, so I can put my stuff away because there's a lot. I'll try to keep it quick. I'll go through. I had a finish and two starts at the retreat, and that's all I worked on. So I'll go over those real quick. All of the other websites I took, I didn't even touch. I think I considered starting something else and then went, no, no, thank you. I want to start this other thing. So um, there's also, of course, Stitchy Kindness. I'll try to go through that quick. And haul, because you know a girl had to go shopping. And I'll leave the Katie specific Stitchy Kindness till the end, because there's a lot. She brought me two full bags of things, and I don't even have them all here. Um, but if you don't want to hear about my amazing best friend, you don't have to watch it. Um, so I'm back. I got in at 1:30 this morning, California time, which is 4:30 a.m. Philly time. So if my voice is rough, that's why I had a few hours of sleep before chaos this morning. Got unpacked, grocery store. My mother-in-law was sweet enough to send all of her laundry home clean and folded. She sent home like things that my kid eats and drinks every day so that I didn't have to worry about going to the store today if I didn't want to. The dishes I had sent, like her lunchbox and her this one particular cup that she uses, all came home clean, dry, ready to be used. That was just a sweet thing because she knew I was coming in super late and it was just gonna be chaos. So, sorry, I didn't turn my phone off. The only time my sound is on is when my kid's not here, and that would be right now. So let's do this. So when I say I have a lot, y'all, I flew across the country. I had two bags and a personal item, whatever. Um, Unpacked this morning in the house, filled up both of these humongous bags with stitchy stuff to bring out to the shed, and my knitting bag. Then promptly went through them, put the things away that I could, and organized stuff for this. I'm a little tiny bit more organized this time. There is stuff I don't have out here. One of my friends is from Texas. She went to Buc-ee's, brought me back a t-shirt, brought back the kid a t-shirt, all sorts of goodies. Any snacks or things that people sent for the kid are already inside, or hidden because they're for me. If they're snacks, they're hidden out here in mommy's hiding spot. So, all right, let's do starts and finishes real quick. Sorry, things are falling. We all knew I was going to finish this. This was very important that I finish it there. I started there. I wanted to finish it there. Every single person at my table, there were 6 others, put a stitch in. Colleen herself put a stitch in, and I finished it, and I got to smack the screaming goat this time again. So, here you go. And it was really funny because I did not realize that, with the exception of one person, I stitch backwards. I typically do bottom right to top left first, which is most people's finishing leg. So there were some struggles, but it was funny. And Colleen doesn't stitch on linen, so I was over there having to like all but physically put the needle in for her. There was one girl at my table who does stitch the same like elevation is what they call it that I do, and she was just like, "What are you guys talking about? This is normal." She doesn't stitch backwards. It's because she also stitches backwards compared to most people. This is, let's do this other one first. Oh, this is also kind of haul because this kind of goes into haul. It's a good transition because I bought this bag. This is a Lindorny bag. It is so cute. I bought this one with the gnomes, and there was another one that had like foxes and hedgehogs. And Katie and I didn't have bags for our new start. That was part of her birthday present. So I picked up 2 and said, "Hey, here you go, pick one." I shall have the other. So again, okay, I'm not completely organized because we all know I didn't print out the like pictures, and I'm not going to edit this. Sorry. What do you expect? So I had bought Let's Root for Each Other by Rebel Stitcher. It's got 7 cute little veggies, and it says "Let's root for each other" across the bottom. This is a sal I'm doing with Katie. She put my R in down here, and I put in the top of her leaf for her beat. I think whatever's on the far left. But I got a little bit done, so I got the word other, and then I started the onion. This is on, we are both doing it with the called for floss 2/2 on 32 count crypt cloth by Lap and Loops, which I also purchased there. So I bought 2 half yards of fabric there, a full yard of fabric, by Lap and Loops that I just adored. So bag is new, fabric is new. Colleen also helped me out because I couldn't find 2 flosses here. But she had them waiting for me, luckily. This is the other one I started. This was the one I said I might, and I decided I needed to because I also found another pattern. I also bought 2 digital patterns while I was there. I bought Harper's Forest by Dirty Annie. Very, very cute. Very like big leaves, little cabins, kind of retro 80s vibe. And then I bought one so this says "First I drink the coffee, then I do the things." I also found one that says "I love you more than coffee, but not always before coffee," which I'm also going to put on this fabric. This is Tenacious Tova by Those Missing Stitches. I am doing 2/2, 32 count. Called for DMC conversion because this was a lot of colors. And there's multiple skeins of DMC of these colors. So your girl did not have, it wasn't fancy floss time, okay? That was not fancy floss budget time. Let's do a quick haul since we kind of already talked haul. Y'all, I got to go to Rittenhouse, okay? My LNS, now I used to live where Acorn and Threads exist. I have been physically to Acorn and Threads. I got to go to Rittenhouse. My LNS here is like 1/10 of the size of Rittenhouse. They have limited fabric. They have, you can get Weeks, you can get Classic Colorworks, you can get Gast, you can get Krennic and Rainbow Gallery. That's it. And Witchell. They only have Witchell fabric. Now, Rittenhouse was not the place for fabric, but whatever. That was the trunk show. I knew that was the intention. We went to Rittenhouse yesterday because we had time. Our flights didn't. The girl from Texas and I shared an Uber to the airport because her flight took off at 6:30. Mine took off at 8. We had time to kill during the day. They said, "Hey, do you want to go to Rittenhouse?" Y'all, I ran out of that retreat so fast when they said that I didn't even say bye to Colleen. Shame on me. But, so other things. So I get to go to Rittenhouse. Obviously. One thing I got was Colleen always does a kissing booth with her puppies. And when you donate to Kiss on Her Puppies, Boris the Bad and Findlay, well, Boris the Better and Findlay, he's adorable, you get a calendar. So this is also my calendar for the year. Don't have to worry about that in December because you know your girl's going to forget. Yeah, we went to Rittenhouse. It was ridiculous. Okay, so these are half-yard cuts by Lap and Loops. I don't know. This one actually shows up pretty well. It's it's brown, but it's got more of it's a pinky brown. It's not a gray brown, if that makes sense. Modeled, it's called Crypt Cloth, 32 count. Yes, I cheated on you, Len. I'm sorry. Fugue state. But I've already asked you for fabric, and I wasn't even back in the state yet. This is Old Man's Beard. I have been on a blue kick lately. This is it's actually very similar to Tenacious Tova, and this is showing up better. This is just darker, and the modeling is darker. So it's like almost like minty blue, but darker. Mid-tone minty blue. Again, half yard. I don't need a half yard of fabric. Did I buy half yard fabric? I absolutely did. I went nuts on the needle cases this year. Don't know why. Some of these are not for me, I promise, but I did buy 5. The dishes are looking at me dirty again. That's mine. 100%. Currently unsupervised. I know it freaks me out too. Definitely mine. These are for my friends here locally. I got 2 of the Society of Black Hats, a fly-by-night group. And then I got the Black Cat Apothecary Shop potions, elixirs, balms, and tonics. 100% the 3 girls who are here know who gets this one. Sorry, I'm digging as I go. I bought some floss drops. Did not use them while I was there because I did not have my label maker and I was not messing these cuties up. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. My shed's about 10, 15 feet from our back door and I could hear it opening. I was like, I know what's about to happen. And I have keyless entry so I could hear him pushing the buttons. Okay, so didn't use floss drops, didn't have label maker, could not mess up my brand new gorgeous floss drops with some stupid Sharpie. Grabbed a couple. So the needle minder that was en route is new. It's a little flying pig. Its wings glow in the dark. All of my needle minders are Rebel Stitcher. We've got Smartass. We've got You Crafty Bitch. Then, so it was kind of funny. Primrose Cottage released a pattern 2 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and it calls for Cottage Garden ampersand. I text Colleen because she carries Cottage Garden and said, hey, can you pull some ampersand for me? I'll pick it up. And she goes, I'm almost out. All of a sudden, everybody ordered it today, and half of them are new customers, and I don't know what happened. So I sent her a picture of the pattern, was like, this happened, sorry. I also have some fabric for projects that I already know I'm going to buy, but she's having some technical difficulties with her uploading digitals. And for me, her digital patterns are easier to read. So I have not purchased them, but I kitted them up while I was there to like look at them and look at the floss list. And she also had some of her of the fancy flosses for one of them. So I grabbed those from her. Now the things, well, these 2 things I got at the retreat, like in the hotel, didn't buy. I won them. So she had a Floss of Fortune game where it was like a The Price is Right punch box game, kind of. But I won a whole skein of Burmese by Mo Sale. Burmese Silk by Mo Sale. So that pattern that says, I love you more than coffee, but not always before the coffee, will be done in that. On the Tenacious Tova. They kind of go with my house. I will fully find a place by my coffee bar to hang them up. I don't know where because I don't actually have wall space. But I'll figure it out. I also won this in the raffle. So it's by Chair Stitches, Ashes to Ashes. It says, RIP, RIP, Ashes to Ashes, Dust to Dust. Now you're gone to get your stuff. And a thing of silk. It also came with Ada, which I promptly gave to Katie because I don't stitch on Ada very often. But I've already texted Lynn and said, hey, I need fabric for this. I will stitch this, finish this, mail this to Katie, and then stitch it for myself. I wanted this so bad, I straight up manifested this, okay? Like, I saw it and started laughing. And then I went to Rittenhouse. So, nothing too fun. Sorry for the crinkle, it's still in the paper. I kitted up. So what I kitted up was Halloween is My Love Language by Colleen. I kitted up Harper's Forest, which is all DMC. And I kitted up Lemons by Colleen by Rebel Stitcher, which is also all DMC. So this is just a whole lot of floss. I'm one of those people, when I kit things, I don't kit one thing. I've stalled, I've procrastinated. Now I have 4 projects I need to kit. And my husband just goes, okay. But hey, I only spent $53, not $100, which is what he was expecting. So, go me. Also, I saw this pattern. It's Spooky Autumn Smalls by the Blue Flower. Can y'all see this raccoon? I saw this. Saw the raccoon. Ran to the shelf. Needed it. Immediately. Also, there's a little biscuit on here that's stinking cute. But it's kind of up at the top. Okay, quick. That's all Katie kindness. This is all Stitchy kindness. Now, I will say, I'm going to kind of fly through this. Because I don't know what I got from who. There were like 80 some odd people there. And the way it tends to work is you go off wandering around and you come back to a small pile of stuff multiple times a day. So your table mates who are sitting there will be like, hey, no, there's somebody here too. And you'll just get stuff put at your seat. So I did not get a chance to speak to every person individually for more than a second when I gave them floss. This is a Katie bag, but it was our table gift, so it doesn't count as her ridiculousness. She made scissor holders with her dad and put scissors in them. And then there's all sorts of just pens and candy and Utterly Smooth and stuff in here. More candy. I need to get the candy out of there. I'm going to set that for a sec. This was one of the patterns in our swag bag. This is a Rittenhouse pattern. But Philly pretzels are specifically this weird squish shape. They're good. But it's a very specifically Philadelphia pretzel shape. So that was the pattern they gave us. This was one of the goodies from my table mate. She made sure we had scissors. A candle. This is from Floss and Flame by Jen Wagner. She gave us these last year. These got me stopped in the airport last year, by the way. Do not fly with candles in your carry-on baggage. I flew carry-on last year. Only. Then, like I said, ran a pack of needles. I had needles everywhere. I brought at least 4 packs. And those are my preferred needles. I mean, we have like a little floss book. We've got a pretzel needle minder. Like, it's to the point our hotel has pretzels in the lobby every day that we go to. This was from a table mate. She is from Costa Rica. There's just there's a straw topper. There's a scissor fob. There's candy. Just bits and goodies and things. Stitching Past My Bedtime from Kathy and Karen gave out notebooks and a pen, which got separated. My table mate Martha was like, I'm giving everybody their own ugly sweater for Sweata Weather. So that was the one she gave me. By the way, it was actually Sweata Weather this year and not Sweaty Weather. It was 65, not 85 this year. It was brilliant. Somebody had 3D printed all these fun little work jars. There went the pen that Flossie Stitching Past My Bedtime. Lynn Dorney is Lynn X Stitches Creates. Sorry, I know her as Lynn Dorney. She also gave us a little container of like these bulb pins with charms on them, which was super handy because I forgot my knitting markers. So I was like, ooh, I can use those. Cool, that's what they are. You can use them for stitching charms, or you can use them as knitting markers. Somebody's giving out little floss and little art containers. I love these. I only have one of these and I lose it all of the time. Also, okay, there's gnomes in ski goggles on this. Do you see that? Okay, sorry. I didn't actually look at it when I got it. I was also giving out floss, so my hands were full. This is from my darling Victoria in Baltimore. I'm waiting for your box. Trust me, I'm ready. It has like a charm. It has a little like keychain bracelet thing and just some candy, tea, goodies, etc. This is from, these are some New Jersey floss drops and some goodies. If you don't have needle minders or floss drops or stitch markers or pens or notebooks, go to a retreat. All of a sudden you will have them all. This is from Marianne at Ginger House Stitcher. It's got some of the spoolies in it for cleaning up when you frog. Always handy. Always lose these. And candies. I don't even know. I ended up with 2 of these from Snickerdoodle Stitches. But I know somebody who will enjoy these, trust me. They will be loved. Some more floss drops. I'm getting to the bottom of the bag with the stitchy goodness, the stitchy kindness before I move on, I swear. And this is also half swag bag stuff. So this was another little thing from my table mate, Kim. It's a fox. It's a measuring tape. I love it. These are the rest of those little bulb pin charms from Lynn. Is this button food? Is this so this propagates and creates more buttons for something that I'll show you in a second? I don't know, but it's cute. It's a pumpkin. That was a lot. Like I said, oh, this is, I got this, I felt bad. I threw it in my bag, didn't even look at it, didn't even open it, but it's got like a bell. It's got this has got to be Lady Dot Creates. It's got a little felt leaf. It's got, maple candy in it. I'm wondering if and it had a couple of small little buttons in it too, like teeny tiny buttons. Yeah, okay. So the last couple things, obviously we got Sweata Weatha Stitch Retreat. That is the same print as the hoodie, which I have, which is in the laundry. Made sure we had scissors. These are Colleen's favorite scissors, so she bought 100 of them and gave them out. Come on. It's a Frenchie and a sweater. That was in our bag. Sticker. Stickers everywhere. So many stickers. This is our freebie pattern this year. It's apothecary label, so it says, sorry, the pattern's on the back. So it says bone powder, hemlock root, and wool of bat. So those are fun. I love those. And she had them out with a jar of these guys. So that's why I said, is this food for this? Sorry, I was looking at the time. So this was a bit of stitchy kindness that was really sweet to me. I model stitched Snowy Pals. It was my first ever model stitch. So I didn't have a physical copy of it. This has my name on it. That has my name on it. Right there. And she was like, you need to take that pattern home with you. You need to take a copy because you need to have your name in print for model stitching. She knows how important stitching is to me. So we had a fun little moment yesterday afternoon. I'm walking by a table. This person has like the world's best bag I've ever seen. They made it. I need to figure out how to make it. And they had all this amazing variegated floss. It's Allie Z is Crafty. They're on Facebook. They say, I like to party, and by party I mean cross stitch. So we're talking, and they go, do you want some? So we had like a little floss exchange moment because I had brought several of my extra like Silks for You silks to share. So I gave them a few yards of my silks that were extra. They had a bunch of floss by the Stitchy Ferret. Sorry, struggling. My throat is dry. I am dry, just dry, all of it. So they gave me these fun, sort it out. Like these amazing, these are not, my camera's pretty good at true to color. It does not do these justice. They are neon, bright, gorgeous. I may have to stitch with them for a little bit and then potentially go shopping. But that was just a fun moment. There were several of us standing over there chatting about floss and fabric and crafting and just swapping, and it was fun. It was just like a very heartwarming little moment. Okay. I don't blame you if you want to cut out at this point, because I am going to brag on the bestie. One of the things I asked her to do for me, I do not have a Cricut or anything like that. I had seen several funny shirts, and I was like, I need these shirts in my life. And she goes, I got you. Order the shirts, I'll pick them up. Like, just the blank shirts. I'll make them. So she made me 5 shirts. 5. And then I said, oh, my letters are a little loose on this one shirt. She goes, I'm remaking it. What size did you send me? And I said, I don't know, but I'll have somebody else check my tag. Because I had gone and found the table mate I shared the Uber with. We were in completely opposite ends of the airport, but once we both got through security, I went and tracked her down for one last hug. Yeah, so I brought Katie a huge bag of stuff that I had made for her. Patterns I'd collected off our local freebie table, things I had extra of or like had at some point stashed, and then you look back as you're going through your stuff and you go, but why did I get that? And I went, because I must have known I was going to meet Katie. But she also brought me 2 full bags. Like, I had to give her one of her bags back. Because I couldn't even fit in my suitcase, y'all. Sorry. The whip bin hath overflowed. So she does Black Needle Society boxes. And she got this, and she's like, I don't know what to do with this. It's like a jewelry cosmetics organizer. I was like, send it to me. I am in the shed because it is smaller. Yes, it's huge for a she shed and a craft room. But I do a lot of stuff. So everything has a place. I don't put anything down. I put it away. Ergo, I'm recording this video on Monday when I've had like 5 hours of sleep. She saw this at Barnes & Noble and thought of me and bought it and sent it home. She also sent home several things for the kiddo, who is going to be very excited to see it when they get home from school. Fabulous, friend. Fabulous. The brain is not doing what it's supposed to be doing today, sorry. But again, y'all know this is a Hot Mess Express up in here, so you're not surprised. And she was talking about how, well, I didn't make you anything. And I was like, no, but you did, and I don't need things that are handmade. You'll get me crying if you just think of me. So she did. I sniffled. She doesn't know I sniffled, but I did. I promise. Like when I was putting this all back together, I was just like, just a funny spoon that says Akio Coffee, because we are both hardcore Harry Potter nerds, if you couldn't tell. Adorable notions bag. There's a lot of Potter-ness going on in here, so fair warning. This is a little Ort bag that she put in something else, but I was using it at the retreat, so it got taken out of the thing. These, y'all, when I say I was crying laughing, I was crying laughing. I don't know where she found these, but they're from Subversive Cross Stitch. And there's a bunch of them. And they're funny. Like 60% of the time. It works every time. Like, just, she said she saw them, was thinking of keeping them, started reading them, and said, absolutely, I can't keep these. These need to go to Stephanie. Because every one of them is me. So, gave me that. I was dying laughing reading them. So then she does have one thing she owes me that she didn't finish, but it's a huge knitting whip, so God love her. Finish it when you got time, girl. She put me together a little stitchy case. Sorry, I thought I dropped something. She did also find these while we were there and did not put them in because they wouldn't fit. With these in here, this does not close. So, but they're accompanied. It's very Harry Potter, very Slytherin, very fall. So, she also got me this little witchy needle case to go with it. There's beeswax. There's a tape measure. There's just regular paper floss drops, which I don't need my label maker for. Thank you, Katie. A little owl beeswax, thread magic, whatever you want to call it. An entire pack of needles. I got her started on these, and now we go right to Hobby Lobby on a regular basis for these. And then it's a little case. I was trying to take everything out of the case first. Woo! And then it's got like the little flap and things that just fell. A couple of these, I know them as spool savers for spools of thread, but you use them on your grime guards, your Q-snaps to hold the extra fabric. A little Bellatrix bag charm. A needle threader, which I will promptly break the first time I use it, and just some little black scissors. So, yeah, that was all Katie. So, alright, that's it. It was a blast. I am tired. Aside from Friday night, I did not sleep. Now, Friday night, you couldn't have woke me up had you, unless you had, like, physically jumped on me, thrown something at me. Like, you had to have caused a physical disturbance to wake me up. But we had a blast. I greatly adore my friends that I get to see there every year. We may not do Philly again next year because it is very, very hard on me. Sorry, picking up the things that flew. To get out there with the kid and all of that. So we may do our own little thing next year. But Philly's fun. I like Philly. I'd never been up until last year. We shopped. We all spent way too much money, as one does at a retreat. We ate great food as always. Laughed until we cried and snorted. Yeah, it's always fun. Stayed up way too late. Just my heart. They're my people. Colleen's my people. I meet every time I go. I meet more people, and it's crazy because like most of the people I see, I'm like, I saw you last year. I didn't get to talk to you. Why didn't I talk to you last year? You're amazing. But that's what happens when you put 80 people in a room together. We've adopted a new person. She didn't sit at our table because she knew other people, but she shared a room with one of my friends, and she's one of us. But yeah, so thanks, Colleen. I adore you. You're the best. For making all the effort and all the stress and all the hard work you put in to putting this together for us so that we can come and sit and stitch and hang out and enjoy each other's company and shop and do all the great things that we get to do on these weekends. So, I'm going to upload this, put this pile away, and start some laundry because that's what you do when you get back from a trip. So, I probably won't see you guys for a couple weeks. Hopefully that at that point I'll have whips. I might have a little bit of quilty haul because I did get something last night, but I'm expecting something else today. So I'm just going to wait and do those together. Maybe. Because I might have already cut one of them up, but you'll see that as a quilting whip then later. So deal with it. Yeah, had a great time. So tired. But that's what caffeine's for. And we all know I'm fueled by caffeine and chaos. So there was your chaos. I'm going to get my caffeine. All right, thanks. Bye.